who have the booklet, the Heart Sutra, it's on page 2. I prostrate to the Arya triple gem, thus did I hear at one time the Bhagavan was dwelling on Masayoti's mountain in Rajagriha, together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Bhagavan was absorbed in the concentration of the categories of phenomena called profound perception. Also, at that time, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara looked upon the very practice of the profound perfection of wisdom and beheld those 5 aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Then, through the power of Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara. How should any son of the lineage train who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom? He said that, and the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara said this to the Venerable Shariputra. Shariputra, any son of the lineage or daughter of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom should look upon it like this, correctly and repeatedly beholding those 5 aggregates also as empty nature. Is empty, emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form. Form is also not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. So we can pause there to setting our context, shall we say, motivation for this meditation up to that point. So first of all, getting yourself more settled into your meditation posture, feeling well supported by the ground below, through your feet, through the chair, through the cushion, through the mat, through your legs, through the sit bones, so that you feel that ground coming up to support you, the earth element in your body, really connecting with the earth element below. And you can adopt an attitude of being strong like a mountain, movable. So like a mountain, the wider base at the bottom, providing all the support, and then going up from there. Bring our energy as far down in the body as we can to feel that support. And then allowing the spine to be in its natural alignment, such that is how it would be if the muscles weren't pulling it this way and that. The muscles can take a break. So then your chin slightly down towards your chest, the back of the neck long. Inviting your awareness into the space of the body, withdrawing from the sensory engagements externally, turning inwards to simply rest with the natural sensations of the breath wherever you experience it in the body, allowing yourself to settle in, settle down to this meditation, dwelling in each moment of the breath in and out. And as you breathe out, let go any tension, tightness, any distractions, not pushing away, just letting them melt, dissolve away, so you come more and more to a state of comfort, ease, stillness, relaxation, and alertness. So we're engaging in this analytical meditation. So first of all, I invite you to look with curiosity at the experience of sitting here, becoming aware that it is the body sitting here. And then there is the awareness of the body sitting here. We are conscious. So how do we experience the awareness of the body sitting here? Allow yourself to dwell with that experience. Note it, dwell there, observe. Likewise, we're also sometimes conscious of shape and color, conscious of different forms. So like the internal forms within the body, the bones and muscles, all the forms of the earth element, organs, saliva and blood and mucus, all the elements of the water element. The warmth in the body, in different parts of the body, different aspects of the fire element. Motility, movement of the breath, air element or wind element in the body, which goes down to the most subtle winds in the body, but at least we're aware of that in relation to the breath, very consciously aware. The space element, all the space in the mouth cavity, the pelvic cavity, ears, and space in each pore, space between all the organs and so forth. Coming down, if we're thinking about the parts of the body, all the way down to cells, the tiniest particles that compose the body, all gathering together in this form, this shape we label body. We're also aware of external forms, colours, shapes, and the environment around us. Be that other people or the objects in the space. So likewise, we're aware of different sounds, smells, taste, tactility, conscious of feelings, different emotions, different mental images. Everything that arises in our experience moment to moment, freshly, newly. So when our consciousness comes in contact with any of the 6 objects, 6 types of objects, form, sound, odor, taste, objects of touch, phenomena. It produces feelings. Some feelings are pleasant, some thoughts, mental images, experiences are pleasant, others unpleasant, others neutral, maybe we're not even aware of those. So this is the same for whatever we see, hear, smell, taste, touch. There's always a feeling associated with it. Simply note those feelings, whether pleasant, unpleasant, or neither. Note when they arise in a clear space of your awareness, not creating them, just noting when they arise. They abide for a time and they dissolve, fade away. Maybe another feeling, sensation, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, arises in relation to one of the consciousnesses making contact. Then there is discrimination when our consciousness enters into contact with different objects and is able to discern them, recognize them, tell them apart. This is a cup, this is a carpet, this is a mat, this is a person. Maybe different sounds, the car, the sounds of silence. Focus your awareness on how the mind discriminates, perceives, distinguishes different sounds, and how these arise to your experience. When they don't arise, the experience of the absence of sound. Try to focus on different smells, a little bit more subtle here. Maybe we're not so aware of different smells at this moment. So if you're aware of any, about where, how, what they come from, how they manifest. How we perceive them. Turn your attention to the space of the mind, the different thoughts, mental images, plans, memories, emotions. Cognize them, recognize them. How is it that the mind tells them apart? Perceives them? How do we perceive the space of the mind? So our capacity for discrimination, for discernment, perception, enables us to make sense of our world. And due to this consciousness coming into contact with the world through the six senses, due to the faculty of discrimination, the experience of feelings, we react, we like, we dislike, we're indifferent, we produce emotions like love, like compassion or bliss, or being upset, being jealous, or being indifferent, complacent, unaware. So many of our mental states arise as a reaction. So you can notice when they arise, how they abide, how they weaken, diminish, dissolve. If you're able to discern moments of stillness between all this mental activity, allow your awareness to abide there in that stillness between mental states, thoughts, emotions, images, plans, activity of the mind. So as we deepen our awareness in this meditation, see how the mind is attracted to feeling in the body, to a sound, then to a thought, then to an emotion, maybe a smell, and simply notice, this is the body, this is a feeling, this is emotion, this is discriminating perception, this is awareness. Just noting. And from time to time, there is a sense of I arising. Notice how the mind perceives that I to exist. Who is this I who is sitting here meditating? Do I experience the meditator, this I? So ask yourself, could this I, this sense of self, exist completely, independently, nothing to do with the body, with awareness, with discrimination, with feeling, with phenomena, with consciousness? This I independent of all this. Sense of separateness, independence. Completely separate from the body and mind, unchanging, always everlasting, always the same, and unitary, a single entity not made of any parts, totally independent. Is this how we perceive ourselves? It seems that for a sense of I to arise, there needs to be an awareness, a consciousness. Is it possible to posit an I without consciousness? Who is it that posits the I? It seems the I needs to arise in relation to one of the aggregates. For example, when I say I am happy, that arises in relation to the feeling aggregate. Or I have pain, we identify that with the body. Or I'm thinking this or that, we identify that with the mind, with mental moments, compositional fractals. Or I am upset, I am jealous, and so forth, dependent on other mental factors. Can we get a sense of that? Can we get a sense of the I arising completely independently of the body, of feeling, of emotion, of thought, of awareness? Such an I will be unchanging, static. It wouldn't be affected by the body and mind, by the state of the body and mind. Such an I couldn't become better or worse. We couldn't become more peaceful, more loving, more kind. We couldn't train the mind. We couldn't train that I. It would remain there unaffected by the state of our body and mind. Check up. So observing like that, we realize that our sense of I, in order to arise, needs at least one of the five aggregates, at least the body, or feeling, or discrimination, emotions, different mental factors, consciousness. There's no I, completely independent, completely separate from the body and mind, unchanging, always unaffected by the body and mind. And yet we still have that sense of being separate, but it is not. That solid sense of I does not exist on any atom anywhere. Not in the tiniest particle. So where does it exist? In the mind imputing that. Not substantially, not independently. When we say, I'm healthy, or I'm healthier, I'm getting healthier, or I'm sick, it's because the body is getting healthier, the body is getting sick. When you say, I'm happier than a year ago, it's because the feelings have changed, the experience has changed, the I changes, evolves. It is not a permanent, static, unchanging thing. We learn, we develop on the spiritual path, we grow. We enhance our understanding through meditation. We say our mind degenerates when it becomes more turbulent, more unruly. Or we say our mind progresses. We experience that when we progress spiritually. We become more peaceful, more loving, more happy, more content with our life. When we refer to me, to I, we feel that there are many parts. I have a body, I have a mind, I have different knowledge, many fields, many different skills, many different personas. This is all part of who we are. Many different qualities, many different capacities, interests, tendencies. So reflecting like that, we can come to the experience, see if we can come to the experience, to the awareness that there's no I, completely independent of the body and mind, unchanging, static, always the same, that wouldn't have any of these parts. A type of sense of I, that I does not exist at all. Can we even taste the experience of that absence of that I, or its non-existence? A sense of I always arises in relation to one of the five aggregates, one or more of the five aggregates, dependence on, and in relation to awareness, to thoughts, to feelings, to discriminating perception, to the body. Get a sense of how much we spend time on the body, feeding it, nurturing it, exercising it, changing it, as a sense of changing ourselves. So this sense of I has these parts. The aggregates, a sense of I is constantly changing, is constantly evolving. Our I is hopefully becoming better, or at least not worse. So when we have some insight into this, that understanding, that experience, at whatever level of our experience, we have realized the gross selflessness of person, the first level of selflessness. Because at the time of the Buddha, there were those who believed in a permanent self, a soul, Atman, that existed completely independently of body and mind. And the Buddha showed them that part that does not exist at all, showed them there are these five aggregates, and the I always arises in dependence on them. And that sense of I has parts that are always changing. Because of that, everything is possible. So as we draw this meditation to a conclusion, gather together any insights, any positive energy, beneficial experiences of this meditation. Gather that in to your heart mind to grow our awareness of how things really exist, to grow our wisdom mind, and to grow our compassion for all sentient beings, for all those we encounter. May they all meet the Buddha Dhamma, meet the profound Mahayana teachings, perfection of wisdom and teachings. May they themselves all progress on the path to enlightenment. May I work for their welfare, for their benefit, for their enlightenment. May I be responsible for this by myself alone. So gently, in your own time, when you're ready, slowly open your eyes, adjust to the lights, the sights around you, fresh awareness. Keep that going throughout the day. And I invite us all who are here throughout the day to maintain this stillness, this quiet space, internally, externally, we've created here in the Gompa. So we can continue to reflect, to savor the teachings, so precious. So at least in the Gompa that we can have a silent space and, draw on all the energy of all those beings, ourselves and others, who have this as a place of worship, a place of prayer, a place of meditation, a place of learning, going back decades. So we can draw on all that, as well as the precious teachings of Geshe Chokyi. And as you can see here, some holy objects have manifested, along with a very unholy label thing. I think that's for people to put their names on their objects, so that when you come to collect them. So Geshe after lunch will be giving a short blessing of our gorgeous Tara wall and these objects as well. But make sure you've got your name on them, because some of these malas look alike. Not so much the statues, they can just still show. And then remember to take them with you as well. Okay, so we'll have a break for 15 minutes and then Geshe will be here for the next installment. You can enjoy a cuppa, and those who are here just for the meditation. If you're not inspired to stay on, no, sorry, if you've got other things to do in life. I know people like to sit around and have a chat as well, so quite welcome. Doing your job.